Collin Walsh of Philly band Grayscale joins me, Ned, on a brand new edition of Amped. Collin, how are you, man?
I'm doing well, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm pretty sure I just called you Grace. I don't know. I might have butchered your name a little bit there, but apart from that, going well. You must be getting excited. You're about to jump on that plane and head our way.
Yeah, we have we're flying out in a few days here. A little 19-hour flight, something like that. So it'll be a good time. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a monster flight. And
Yeah.
have you been out here before?
No, nobody in the band personally or like for shows have been to Australia before. So it'll be our first time. We're really excited for it. It's been a long time coming. We actually had plans to come to Australia it was like right around COVID time, but then obviously that happened and the whole world shut down and we never got a chance since. So this kind of just all lined up and made sense, and we're fans of slowly, and we're looking forward to come and rip some shows down under.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. Not too far at all. The Forgiven Spree tour. Now, what's the first
Yeah.
thing that comes to mind when you think of Australia, Collin?
I think it's the same thing. Like all of us don't know. To be honest, we don't know anything like about Australia at all. And in fact, we didn't realize that you have to fly between each date. Like I just assumed you could drive. We all just assumed it'd be like the U.S. where you just drive date to date. But it wasn't until like after we accepted the tour and we were ready to go, where somebody was like, "Oh, by the way, you fly every single day because it's this huge country." And we were like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Yeah, the routine is play the show, go to the hotel, get up in the morning, and then get on the next flight to the next place every single day, pretty much." So all we really know is kangaroos, big scary spiders, and koalas, and flying between each day apparently, and beaches.
Yeah. It's funny you bring up the flying thing, actually, Collin, because we met a band that might not have had as good a management as you, and they actually drove, and I do not even know how that is possible. But they drove the whole way around Australia. They were just doing some monster days. So lucky your management's on point, man.
Yeah, they're great. Shout out to Hannah. She's wonderful. She's the best. Yeah, we have a great team. They would never put us in a position like that. That'd be a tough one. I mean, I just figured like America's so big. Like Texas itself is such a big state. Like I'm so used to like you go over to the UK, Europe, and it's like Texas, the state is pretty much the entire size of England, I think, or pretty comparable. So I just wasn't aware. I don't know anything about Australian geography, so I underestimated the size of the country. But all of that to say, we're very excited. We got the long flight over there, and then I don't know much about any of the culture. I'm just excited to learn about it.
Yeah, it's game on when you get over here. When I think of Philadelphia, I think of Philly cheesesteaks and the 76ers. What does Philly mean to you, man?
A lot, man. I mean, it's so much of who we are as people. Like, we're very much just like American Northeast guys that love sports. We love the Sixers. We love the Eagles. We love American football. Yeah, I think it's just a lot of who we are and why we're all, as close as well. We've been all been friends since we were like 15 years old. We've been making music together since we were like children, basically. Just before it was even Grayscale, just like playing covers and with like local bands and stuff around Philly. But yeah, Philly's a huge part of who we are and where we, our families are from here. We all grew up here, and we love it here.
Oh, I love that, man. That's amazing right there. And your latest album, The Hart, it's just absolutely brilliant. How was the recording process?
Thanks, man. It was great. It was really great. We really emphasized for this record writing and recording it kind of all at the same time in the room as a band, where normally that's something, you go and you kind of pre-pro demo things out that way. And then you kind of come into the studio and everybody punches one thing individually at a time to get the take perfect or whatever. And there was still some of that, being done over top of the songs. But for the most part, the first song we recorded was a song called Not Afraid to Die. It's the last track on the record. It was actually the first single we put out for this record cycle. And that song in particular was all recorded like at the same time in a room. And I think it really feels like a band because of that. And that was really like an emphasis we put on this album, was recording so much of it together in a room at the same time, and then like cutting over where we saw fit. But I think that there's a lot of like the energy from the room in the recordings, which I think was very special.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, because a lot of these days, I think, it's flying back and forth via emails and whatnot, but you're saying you're all in the same room for it. That's cool.
Yeah, for sure, man. I think it's important. for us.
Yeah, I definitely do too. And you guys are characters. I was reading somewhere like a little while back, this is before I knew who you were, that you announced that your drummer was leaving and it not being real. Um,
Yeah.
like just what's the funniest or wildest thing that's happened throughout your time in the band?
Oh, dude, I can't even. And that was a long time. That was like around our first full length record. That was like 20, might have been like
19?
2018, 2019, something like that. But yeah, I can't, to be honest with you, I can't even think, like I mentioned, like we've been best friends kind of before we were playing music together full time. And I can't even begin. Like there's funny shit that happens every single day. We're like brothers. We just like are always, messing with each other and making each other laugh and doing stupid shit together. So I don't, I can't even think of the funniest. Like there's so many endless things. I'm looking forward more so to the funny shit that's about to happen in Australia. And I think the one thing I think of is like Andrew, our guitarist, is he he has a really hard time. Like he's just a very like sleepy guy. Like he just sleeps a lot, and
He's like a
always
clock.
like he's always the one, like he's late to practice. He's always like tired. That's just his vibe. So whenever we're touring, international, like if there's flying involved or just even in general, just like the general travel really wears him out. So I'm really looking forward to dealing with that. I think there's going to be a lot of me messing with him for this entire flight experience to and from Australia. I'm looking forward to that. I actually watched him one time. We're flying out of the Heathrow airport after a festival, and I watched him. He had like his neck pillow fastened around his neck and tightened. We're in security leaving England, or it might have been Gatwick. I forget which airport it was, but I literally watched him like lean back with this neck pillow fastened, and he literally fell asleep standing up in security.
Oh.
And I actually had to like the line was moving, and I had to literally wake up this grown man standing upright, falling asleep, leaning his head back. Like it was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. It's a phenomenon. But I love him, and Andrew's hilarious, and I'm looking forward to a lot more of that kind of stuff. Sleeping on it in airports and shit together. It's gonna be a good time.
I tell you what, man, he is going to hate life in Australia
I
because
know.
the travel schedule is hectic. Like there'll be
I
early
know.
starts and, you got to draw stuff on his face and whatnot and have a great time.
Yeah, it's gonna be plenty of that.
All right, man. Well, I want to get you ready for Australia. So I'm going to hit some Australian slang at you. You've probably had no idea what I've been saying throughout this interview as it is, but I'm going to throw some Aussie slang words at you and you can have a guess at what they might mean.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah, I don't know anything, so this is actually I know one, but I don't know if you're gonna say it. But go ahead, we'll see.
Okay, so mate. Do you know what a mate is?
Yeah, yeah. I'll go with mate. I got enough British friends to know.
Damn. So
Yeah,
yeah, do you know what that is? So
like a friend.
yeah, easy.
Yeah,
Yeah. So easy. All right, man. Is your mate a bludger?
bludger. I don't know what that means, man. What is that?
A bludger is a lazy person. So, they're lazy.
Bludger. Okay, sounds like a Harry Potter. One of the Quidditch game. It sounds like something in a Quidditch game. Bludger. I like it. I'll use that one. Okay, what's next?
All right. Yeah. Okay, man. I'm going to throw this one in because it was funny. And I asked someone recently this and they had the most hilarious answer ever. Do you know what the dunny is?
No, Dunny. No,
No, if you're going to go to the dunny, that's to go to the toilet.
Dunny. Toilet. Okay.
Yeah.
Dunny.
I was talking to a guy.
Bludger and Dunny.
Bludger and Dunny.
Okay.
And the last one, we're hoping that the Grayscale shows will be chockers. Do you know what chockers means?
No, chocolate. No.
If it's chockers, it means the show is packed out. It's full.
Okay.
Chockers. So yeah.
Chakras. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. There's just a couple. I just thought I'd
Yeah.
throw a couple at you there, Collin, just to get you ready. All right,
Okay.
man. Thank you for being a sport and doing that with me. Before we run out of time, what's outside of music for you, man? What do you get into outside of music?
I love sports. I love watching sports. I love like really. I played football a lot as like American football a lot as a kid, and I really love like as I've continued to get older, like really the schematics of it, and really like focusing on college football, professional football. I really love watching it. I like fitness. Like I like working out. I like to read. I like to journal. I like to meditate sometimes. I try to do it more on tour. I think it's helpful on tour because it's so it's very Groundhog Day on tour. Every day is the same, but it's also like
Yeah.
very hectic. You don't get a lot of time to yourself, and you don't get a lot of quiet because even when you're in like a bus or a whatever you're traveling in, that has a generator running all day, and then you go into the venue, and the venue's got sound or noise coming over the speakers, or another band's playing. It's like you get like almost no time to yourself on tour. So I think finding like pockets of 10-15 minutes meditating here and there, I found to be really helpful and kind of like calm my mind. Been getting into running recently. I hate it. I absolutely hate it, but it's just like it's a good torture. Like I feel accomplished after. So I'm actually looking forward to the boys. When we're coming, we're all bringing like our running shoes, and I think we're going to use running as a good way to kind of explore all the cities that we're in,
Cool.
amidst all the travel. And hopefully if we can get in at a reasonable time to each city each morning, we can kind of get a little run in and see the city for a bit.
I'd love to check back in and see if you end up doing it. That's cool right there, man. So your Instagram account's a fun one, Collin. I have to shout out the fan that had the picture of your head all over her. Do you get many crazy fans like that?
Oh yeah. We got good fans. They're committed. They're definitely committed. They're intense, and I love that about them, and I'm very appreciative of that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. Well, you can catch these guys live this Friday coming in Perth, in Adelaide on Saturday, Newcastle on the 6th, a headlining show in Canberra on Tuesday, the 8th of April, Brisbane on the 10th, the 11th in Sydney, the 12th in Melbourne, and another headlining show at Belgrave. That's going to be a big one too. Of course, touring with Slowly. Very much appreciate you taking time out, Collin.
Yeah, brother. Thank you so much for having me.